November has arrived, and with it came the long, misty mornings, soft veils of fog drifting over the fields and lakes, merging into pale grey days that quickly surrender to the deep, lingering darkness of the night. We wait for the snow to arrive, that first quiet miracle to brighten our world, our thoughts and our hearts. In the old days, the year ended with October and began anew in November. The harvest was gathered, the fields were quiet, and the work of the year was done. Everyone, farmers, craftsmen and servants alike, had earned their time of rest. I often think about that lost rhythm of life. In our modern world, we rarely stop, even when all of nature around us does. My mind and body ache for pause, for stillness, for sleep. Now, when the sun slips below the horizon before 3 in the afternoon, I feel so drowsy and weary. Yet, that is often when my day is only beginning. It feels almost rebellious to go against our natural rhythm, yet that is how our world is built. I try, whenever I can, to steal moments of quiet, of rest, of stillness. Small pauses that tell my body that it is okay to feel tired now, that it is okay to take the time it needs to rest. It is a very odd weather in here. The birds are making some kind of sound in the forest. Everything is totally frozen. It has like a cover of ice on all the plants and everything, and I feel like the whole air is frozen. We still don't have snow, and the snow is late this year also. It was late last year, and this last month has been really hard because of that. Where I live, our nature and also us, we are used to having snow very early. Usually it comes early in October and stays. And at this time of the year, we really need the snow. We are losing sunlight very fast. The sun sets, I think, now after 3 p.m. already. So it gets very dark. And since we don't have any snow, everything is totally pitch black. And that is sometimes hard. But when the snow comes, it just lightens everything up and the whole mood changes. I really like snow and I'm waiting so much for it. I also like this place that I'm sitting right now. It is under this old tree in the middle of the fields, and there is this one stone that I think it has been put here. It is very even. It is like a perfect place to sit on. And I don't know why this is here, why the tree is still here, because there's just fields all around, but I feel like there's something special in this place. Like, this is here for a certain person or for a certain reason, but I just don't know the story. The light in November is rare. When the sun peeks through the veil of mist, even just for a few hours, it feels like a quiet celebration. Bare trees, frost-dusted fields, and the edges of the lake shimmer softly in its glow. Our village of 10 or so houses sleeps through the early winter, most days spent indoors, waiting. We are all waiting in our cozy candlelit houses. For snow, for the long nights to pass, for the world to shift gradually towards the quiet days of snowy winter. Smoke curls from chimneys and lights glow behind frosted windows, and the silence outside feels full, and if the land itself is holding its breath. During this time of the year, just before the lakes freeze, our neighbors usually fish for the last catches of the season. They bring in so much that even though I grew up fishing and am eager to catch some myself for self-sufficiency and clean food, we've never needed our own gear. Almost every week, someone brings us fresh fish they have in excess. And even though they ask for nothing in return, I like to offer something back. Usually, it's my sourdough bread, which I still bake almost every week, knowing it is something they don't get anywhere else. This has become an unspoken agreement in our community. When someone has more than they need, we share it. Nothing is expected in return, only the simple, sincere joy of giving. This quiet rhythm of generosity is one of my favorite things about living here in our small remote village. During my years living here in the north, I've learned to challenge my old perception of darkness as something only negative. Even now, without the bright reflection of snow, the darkness is deep and all-encompassing. Yet, it has its own quiet gifts. The other night, for the first time in ages, I watched the stars. Since summer, when the sun doesn't set at all, we don't see the night sky at all. And lately the clouds and fog have kept it hidden for weeks. So the joy I felt in glimpsing the starry heavens was profound, like meeting an old friend after a long absence. This time of the year, I have to settle for the stars as my companions, since so many of us here in the village and all across Finland stay mostly indoors and draw our lives closer to home. In summer, we travel across the country, visiting family and friends, our days full of movement and light. But as the dark winter settles in, all that feels far away, especially here in the far north, the company of friends and the warmth of shared moments can become a distant dream. As I've shared before, I enjoy really much spending time alone or with my husband, our quiet routines and our little world together. But sometimes I do miss my friends who live far away, the ones I might see only a few times a year if I'm lucky. Still, just as I know the starry sky is there in summer, even when I can't see it, I know my loved ones are out there somewhere during this dark season too, even when I don't see or hear from them. The darkness arrives already in the afternoon, and if you step outside after that without a headlamp, you're bound to bump into something, like my husband did the other night when he took the dogs for a walk. He came back laughing, saying he'd walked straight into a road sign because he couldn't see a thing. But darkness is also something that connects us, much like the cold. It is always a topic of conversation, guessing and hoping when the snow will finally arrive, or discussing which headlamp works the best in the deep forest so you don't run into anything. Often, though, after November passes and the Christmas season approaches, with the first snow settling on the ground, we suddenly awaken from our long winter slumber. We long to see one another again, to celebrate the year's end together, even if it means gathering in the pale afternoon light, guided by headlamps or the flicker of candles. And yet, it is the togetherness that matters most. The simple joy of being side by side, sharing warmth and light in the midst of the darkness.